Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, August 10th.
Drone Stars is a global leader in the hot tub industry with over 25 years of experience. We're a hot tub truck broker in the United States with the highest standards of quality control and extensive warranty, and customer service representatives available 7 days a week. They offer free shipping to your home with factory direct pricing and incredible financing plans. Visit them online at StrongSpas.com or stop into their new spring location. Strong Spas. Experience the difference.
The Ass Boys were retired on AEW Dynamite Wednesday night, just like Vince McMahon. This evening, AEW Rampage and WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Live to watch longer actions live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Quinn Luke at 96. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. That thumbs up button. Share hashtag AEW Rampage, hashtag SmackDown, chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers, super likes, and super thanks. Always greatly appreciated as well. I honestly have no clue what the WWE and or AEW have planned tonight for SmackDown and Rampage respectively. Here from 8 to 10 and 10 to 11 Eastern, as SmackDown is live from South Carolina this evening. AEW actually with a live Rampage tonight as well from Michigan, I do believe, as they'll also be taping before Rampage Battle of Belts that'll air tomorrow night. But in the meantime, then now forever together WWE. We're gonna kick off SmackDown with a Summerslam recap from last Saturday night, Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. As in the main event, the big dog, tribal chief who sits at the head of the table, who we'll hear from later on tonight, defeated Brock Lesnar and retained his WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world. He'll now face, following Drew McIntyre and Sheamus #1 contender match on SmackDown last week, one night prior to SummerSlam, McIntyre with the win. Reigns will now defend that title against the Scottish Warrior at WWE Clash at the Castle on September 3rd. So Triple H now fully in charge of creative with Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan as your co-COOs following Vince McMahon's retirement. Raw was alright Monday. Wasn't necessarily a statement show, I didn't think, but once again, Rome wasn't built in a day, but they got a month to build towards Clash of the Castle. Once again, we'll see how much, changes, if anything at all, in the short term here with Triple H in charge. But SummerSlam was a damn good show, I thought. From start to finish, there really wasn't anything bad about it, I didn't think. I mean, storyline-wise, what they were trying to tell, I can understand, some things that might have pissed people off. But, yeah, we saw this on Raw Monday night with the SummerSlam recap. So, for the most part, most of the matches at SummerSlam were Raw matches. You had, okay, I get the Undisputed Tag Team titles on the line. Usos have been on both brands. But other than Corbin and McAfee, it was Reigns and Lesnar for the Universal title. 8 total matches. They added in a segment or two. Of course, few returns. Liv Morgan as your SmackDown Women's Champion. You can add that to the card as well. She defeated Ronda Rousey. And then some controversy. Seems like Rousey's going to be taking some time off again here. So we'll see what they have planned for Liv Morgan and her challenger with whoever that might be. But from, when was it? COVID until they returned to the road last July, so a good year and a half. Up until really the draft last fall, I had thought SmackDown was the better show of the two between that and Raw. Since then, though, it's been pretty split. But more so than not, recently, Raw's been the better of the two shows since WrestleMania. There's Austin Theory teasing the Money in the Bank cash, and Heyman went through the announce table. But with it being last man standing, they made sure Lesnar didn't stand back up again, and Reigns retained his titles. So, what a 5-minute opening recap from SummerSlam last Saturday. Now we have a car pulling up to the arena. Who the hell is going to get out? Is it Triple H? Is it the Bloodline? It's the Usos. Just the Usos, no Roman Reigns. Usos are in the building. Okay, they're going to go walk over to another vehicle, and then there's your tribal chief getting out by himself. Reigns with his Acknowledge the Bloodline t-shirt, red sweatpants. We'll see if his son's going to be on the show tonight by any means or not. But hashtag SmackDown. They are, in fact, in South Carolina tonight. As football season gears up, you got the Gamecocks and the Tigers. SmackDown's in the Palmetto State tonight. And we'll hear from Roman Reigns as he'll address Drew McIntyre as they'll fight at Clash at the Castle in less than a month now. Alright, so that'll probably be your main event segment, I'd have to bet. Go to commentary, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. McAfee with the win over bum-ass Baron Corbin. That's good. Why does Pat have a huge-ass monitor in front of him? That's a new change. Now they're showing a replay of Pat kicking Corbin in the nuts. Oh, shit. He's got the telestrator. That's what that is. Alright. I can live with this. Pat McAfee with a telestrator ringside on commentary for the WWE, showing how he literally kicked Corbin in the nuts at SummerSlam last week. Somebody cooked me a turducken. With this foot right here. And eyes on the prize. He draws literally a circle around Corbin's, we'll say, since Miz has tiny balls, Corbin being a former NFL player alongside McAfee, former teammates, say average balls. But then they put the doink into it too. And then he spelled out ouch. My balls. My God. This wouldn't have happened a couple weeks ago. I can guarantee you that. A telestrator on WWE TV? No way in hell. No chance in hell, for that matter. Now we go backstage to Corbin. And then Ricochet, Gulak, the ring announcers. There's Jinder. Corbin telling Ricochet, how about I wipe that smile off your face? I'd like to see you try. They're going to kick off SmackDown. Alright. Normally this match would be, somewhere in the middle of the show. Pat just drawing circles over Corbin's face. Oh god, this is hilarious. Yeah, I was wondering why he had a huge ass monitor, but then no shit, it's a damn telestrator. So, all right, keep it. Keep the telestrator. Pat can just draw it up. He did this. He did that. Let's see a replay, KD. Yeah, keep the telestrator, please, and thank you. Adds another element to it, it adds that real sports thrill to it. You see that in football for the most part, but other sports as well. And then with McAfee's background in football and Triple H now in charge, and it just makes sense to keep it. Here comes Ricochet, the one and only former United States and Intercontinental Champion up on the main roster. Happy Corbin making his way to the ring now too. It looks like they got a sold out crowd. Winner, more like loser. Now Corbin's damn good at his job. He's a damn good heel. I've always liked him, because he can really do whatever the hell he wants. But it's just the gimmick with him right now. Hell, it's been like this for a little over a year now, or close to it. And like I said, for Summerslam and then on Raw Monday Night, they're keeping it for SmackDown too. It's just, part of the new ringside look, the full LED board on the barricade rather than just in the corners that they started around WrestleMania season. Keep that too. It seems like that'll be the case. And we're going to kick off SmackDown with a singles match. We'll see if McAfee gets involved or not. I'm sure Corbin will probably go after him, but like I said, Monday, I doubt Pat's going to be wrestling again until the Rumble at the earliest. We're going to kick off SmackDown with a singles match, Ricochet and Corbin. So, see how this goes. I would have to think Ricochet is going to pick up the win. Hopefully he's going to be one to get pushed in this new regime with Paul Levesque in charge of WWE Creative. But Ricochet with a dive over the top rope, taking out Corbin. And are we going to get a full first hour commercial-free SmackDown tonight too, just like we did on Raw Monday night? I get, okay, Raw's on USA, SmackDown on Fox, but 2 hour SmackDown compared to 3 hour Raw, maybe the first half hour. Nice big clothesline by BC. And with McAfee's telestrator, remember, John Madden was the first to start that in the sports world. Everybody uses it nowadays, but I feel because, of course, Pat's just on SmackDown. You ain't going to be seeing, no offense to Corey Graves and Pittsburgher, but I can't see, as SmackDown, #SmackDown trending number one in the U.S., be sure to use the hashtag along with AEW Rampage come 10 o'clock. When you share this live watch long reaction stream live right here on YouTube as well. I just can't see them using a telestrator, so I would think this is going to be, exclusive to the Blue Brand on Friday nights for Friday Night SmackDown. But Corbin giving McAfee a wink after throwing Ricochet into the corner. Yeah. Might as well. Corbin with a nice big right hand. If it's sitting in front of you, obviously they're using it for a reason. you act like you're in, kindergarten class, and you're going to draw circles or draw this or draw that. I'm just waiting until somebody draws something they shouldn't on TV, and then to hear the backlash about that, and then it be gone forever. Big McAfee chant from the crowd. Corbin tells him to shut up. Slides under the corner. And Ricochet now on the ring apron, nice big boot. There's super kick to the side of the face as well. As they are in front of the announce table, here comes a moonsault. Corbin moves. And then Ricochet gets sent face first into the ring post as they will take a commercial break. All right. So we'll get back to the action momentarily. Like I said at the start, honestly, I have no idea what they have planned for tonight. Here's one thing. Along with, they announced it'll be Reigns addressing McIntyre at some point in time tonight. But as I scroll through Twitter, good old Twitter world, OJ, we're also going to have a Gauntlet match tonight. That will determine the new number one contender for Liv Morgan's SmackDown Women's title. And your competitors in that very match are, in fact, a 7-woman gauntlet match that'll probably take a good 20 to 30 minutes if they give it time. That was the thing on Raw Monday night. They started giving some things, time that normally before would only get half, if not even less than that, the amount of time when they square off. But, we're also going to get a singles match with Nakamura and Kaiser. So we'll see if Santa's going to squeeze his fat white ass down the chimney tonight or not. But the 7-woman, maybe they make it 8 by the time it starts. Who's going to challenge Liv Morgan for the gold at WWE Clash of the Castle? Find out tonight on SmackDown. So whoever wins this match is going to be the new number one contender for Liv Morgan's SmackDown Women's title. Your 7 competitors in this women's gauntlet match are, in fact, Raquel Gonzalez, Natalya, Xia Li, Aaliyah, Shotzi Blackheart, Sonya Deville, and Shayna Baszler. I would have to think that either Shotzi or Xia could win, even though Shayna should win, with the story that they're going to tell with Ronda Rousey. Her being pissed off, maybe with her taking some time off. Meantime, Liv drops the title, Ronda comes back. She wants her rematch though still, and then it's Ronda and Shayna. Something that I think everybody's been wanting to see for a little while now. I mean, Sony could piss people off and win. I can't see Aaliyah winning it. No offense, but Raquel Gonzalez or Raquel Rodriguez, whatever her name is, maybe. But meantime, back from break, Ricochet and Corbin on SmackDown, and off the ropes. Nice pick. Jesus Christ. Yeah. 1, 2, kick out of 2.5. He literally threw him like 30 feet in the air. And Ricochet landing, luckily, back first before kicking out. They're still teasing Corbin and McAfee here. He keeps looking at him. And "You suck" chant now from the crowd to Corbin. McAfee, of course, still talking about how he kicked him in the balls at SmackDown. Or at Summerslam last week, excuse me. 6 days later here tonight on SmackDown. Clothesline misses. Ricochet with an elbow into the corner. Ricochet off the top rope. Nice big flying clothesline. And a flip. Cover, one, and a kick out. Or was that two? Maybe I can't count tonight. Doesn't matter. Match continues. Corbin kicked out. Ricochet chant. Nice boot. Ricochet off the ropes again. Corbin catches him up on the shoulders. Is he going to F5 him? And then sort of slams him down, cover, 1, 2, and a kick out. Corbin can't believe it. Bum-ass Corbin chant from the crowd. This crowd's hot tonight. This crowd's better than what they had on Raw Monday night. Powerbomb, Ricochet rolls it through. 1, 2, kick out. There's a quick roll up for you. 1, 2, 3, no. Big kick. Another kick. End of days. Or a deep six, excuse me. Yeah. 1, 2. And that should have been 3, but the ref took another second for Ricochet to kick out. Yeah. Ricochet up top. Corbin falling. What are they going to vertical superplex each other off the top right here? Ricochet off the top of the ring post. And then flips. Has him in a powerbomb position now. Corbin pulling him back up. Ricochet off the top rope again. I'm gonna be safe here. Off the ring post again. Corbin with a... Well, he didn't necessarily choke slam. He just tossed him off the top rope and to the ring apron he went. McAfee on his feet. Here's a distraction. McAfee, hey, you want some, come get some. But, yeah, Ricochet from behind. Okay. The story is with Corbin right now, as he gets code breaked by Ricochet. Here comes your 6:30. They took the telestrator away from Pat. What the hell? Cover, 1, 2, 3. Ricochet with the win. Yeah. Corbin's down on his luck again. He's not broke. He's still happy Corbin, but it seems like regardless of who he faces from here on out, he's going to get kicked in the balls one way or another, or they're going to just make fun of his dick and how fun it is for him to get hit nuts. that seems to be the direction they're going with Corbin. So, Ricochet with the win. Pat has a football. Pat literally just threw a football into the ring. Ricochet with the catch and the touchdown. Ricochet going to throw it back. All right, Pat catches that. He's up on the top of the announce table. Pat going to punt a football into the ring. Jesus Christ. It's a Nerf football, but Pat's going to punt a football into the stands. And somebody sitting 15, 20 rows back, the lucky culprit of receiving the punt from the former All-Pro punter himself. The Yinzer turned Mountaineer, former Colt, now part of the WWE, Pat McAfee. The Gauntlet match is up next. Okay, winner earns a women's championship match at Clash of the Castle. Those graphics are new. Sami Zayn backstage. I was surprised he didn't get involved in that last man standing match last week. Especially with, still sort of being a part of the bloodline. As he wears his bloodline shirt, knocks on Roman Reigns' door backstage, and they'll fade to black and cut to commercial. WrestleMania 39. That is next April. They announced recently as well WrestleMania 40, will be of course the following year, April of 2024, from the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia. 2 years prior to the United States' 250th birthday. But up next on SmackDown, it'll be the women's gauntlet match. 7 women once again to vie for the number one contendership for Liv Morgan's SmackDown Women's title, and those women are in fact in no particular order. Like I said, I would think either Shotzi or Xia could win this, even though Shayna should. Wouldn't be surprised if Sony wins, piss people off. Aaliyah, no chance in hell. Natalya, maybe, but they've done that with her and Liv a few times already, it seems like. Raquel, maybe. But yeah, Raquel Gonzalez, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, Xia Li, Aaliyah, Shotzi Blackheart, Sonya Deville, and Shayna Baszler. Whoever wins gets Liv Morgan the SmackDown Women's title at Clash at the Castle. We'll say 4 weeks from tomorrow, September the 3rd. So we'll see where they go with this. Liv's been champ now for about a month or so. Ever since she won the women's Money in the Bank briefcase at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view last month. Followed by, of course, cashing in on Ronda Rousey later on the night after Rousey defeated Natalya. So they could play that into it. Like I said, Shayna makes the most sense just because storyline-wise, moving forward, with Rousey seeming to be taking some time off again, when she comes back, though, she's going to want a rematch. Maybe she, inserts herself into this gauntlet match and, wins it and gets a rematch at, Clash of the Castle pay-per-view. Technically, storyline-wise, in quotes, she's suspended. As I said Saturday with her being pissed off. I wouldn't be shocked if, she's taking some time off. That's how they write her off. Sure enough, Monday afternoon, talked about this Monday night on Raw as well. That's what happened. Just, the MMA side to it, with both Rousey and Baszler formerly being in the UFC, depending on how much longer Liv's going to be champion, you have Shayna win this. Shayna, maybe not right off the bat, but defeats Liv at some point in time. continue to recap Summerslam with some graphics. Talk about the women and the women's titles. Bianca Belair is still your Raw Women's champion. Bayley returns to SummerSlam. I said Monday Night Raw. I feel she's going to be Raw Women's champion by the end of the year. So talk about SmackDown Women's titles. Gauntlet match coming up next. Well, in the meantime, we're still backstage with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's not on the door over Roman Reigns. And Usos answer. So knock knock, who's there? It's Jimmy and Jay Uso. Sammy's probably gonna say, why am I not in that or on that t-shirt? Acknowledge the bloodline. He has the bloodline t-shirt. But he's asking how Heyman is. Of course, the wise man went to the announce table. Heyman's at home, so he's not on SmackDown. On TV at least. He's probably still backstage. Sammy's gonna congratulate Reigns. He's gonna pop in, but they're not gonna let him in. They're gonna kick Sammy out of this before too long. And come fall, probably after Clash of the Castle. I'm gonna say this now, August the 5th. After Clash of the Castle, with Reigns and McIntyre being done, Sammy's probably gonna get a Universal title shot, I bet you. From then until the new year. Because you get on the road to WrestleMania, Rock returning, you get to WrestleMania 39. Well, there's your match there. And talk about matches, of course, you know, we would like to see. Talk about, Ronda Rousey getting suspended. See if she's going to be returning at some point in time soon. But then Shayna Baszler potentially defeating Liv Morgan if she wins this Gauntlet match tonight. And then Rousey returns, gets her rematch, and then, you portray that story. I think that would make sense, but we'll see what happens in this Gauntlet match first off. But yeah, there's controversy at the end of this with the finish. Submission into a quick roll up with Rousey, shoulders down, and then the ref counted 1, 2, 3, but Liv at like 2.5 tapped out. Liv was, still awarded the title with the win. Because the ref didn't see her tap out. He counted 1, 2, 3 on the pin, and Liv defeats Rousey. And because of the suspension, she's not going to be around. Of course, she went apeshit on the ref post-match. They even had Liv sell a potential injury too, so we'll see how real that is. But yeah. Rousey's, probably just pissed off she didn't get the Roadhouse remake, but she thinks she's tough, but she's not. Even though she kicked my ass and everybody else's ass, she's nothing special. Here comes Nakamura. I thought that fucking Gauntlet match was up next before the break. And then they go to a break, come back, Sammy's still backstage, and now we get Nakamura coming out. So up next means like a half hour tonight. Alright. But, singles match with Nakamura and Walter's sidekick. McAfee on commentary, kicking the shit out of Cole, playing an air guitar. But, like I said, 7-woman Gauntlet match. Gonna have to wait probably at 9 o'clock now. They'll give it 20 minutes, half hour or so. We'll see who wins that. Maybe, with the rumors circulating. They're gonna take another fucking break. Are you kidding me? Up next, Shinsuke Nakamura and Ludwig Kaiser. If Nakamura wins, he gets an Intercontinental title match. So Nakamura's gonna win this, and he'll face Walter Gunther at, Clash of the Castle probably for the Intercontinental title. Yeah, it'd be a good match. It seems like we'll talk more about AEW later on with Rampage starting at 10. With what happened on Dynamite Wednesday, and then, what they have sort of already planned for next week. Rampage is live tonight, then tape Battle of the Belts for tomorrow. Their world title match next week. But it seems to be that Clash of the Castle All Out, September 3rd and 4th respectively, same very Labor Day weekend. Card's shaping up to potentially be, pretty good. But so we'll get more into all that a little bit later on. But next, even though they said 10 minutes ago, up next was the Gauntlet match, next is Nakamura and what the hell dude's name is again, who is basically the Aiden English to Rusev, if you will. Got a singles match, and if Nakamura wins, he gets an Intercontinental title shot. So he's definitely going to win. He'll get that title opportunity soon, probably at the next pay-per-view, like I said. And crowd will go nuts for that because, Nakamura has always been one of the best wrestlers in the world in the past, 10, 20 years now at this rate. But then Walter going back overseas, as they'll be in Cardiff, Wales, across the pond for Clash of the Castle, and then Drew challenging for the Undisputed Universal title as well. They've already sold, 50, 60, maybe even 75,000 seats, they'll say, during the show, just like they did last week for SummerSlam, along with all the other shows that they, push the attendance for. But it seems to me, once again, like I said on Raw Monday night, especially Raw not having a main title right now. Oh, Triple H in charge, and this goes for the Intercontinental title now tonight too, and moving forward. The mid-card championships, the United States title, the Intercontinental title, on Raw and SmackDown respectively, they're getting showcased the way they should be. So, Nakamura is a former Intercontinental champion. It's been a while since he had the title. Whenever he had the title, though, they really didn't do jack shit with him. They really haven't done shit with Walter either. He's been champion now for, a couple months. But just give it some time with Triple H in charge. Rome wasn't built in a day. Give it some time. They'll get cooking here. They already are, but they'll get to where they want to, go before too long. Like I said before, I would think, if not this week, Raw and SmackDown after SummerSlam, sort of as it is for after Mania, propel yourself, over the next few months to your next big show. Money in the Bank setting the course for the full calendar year, though, in the middle of the summer. That, if not now, at the earliest, fall with, the TV New Year, come September, October, when they have a draft or a shakeup. Then, if not, and now we get a classic moment. This is from April of 2000, and the DX Express getting blown up. So, yeah, Vince, no longer on the internal roster, retired. Vince, still on WWE programming, but he's, been in charge for how long? Especially in a old clip. Because Stone Cold said so. Austin, with the crane, gonna blow up the DX Express. I wasn't expecting to see this tonight by any means. And that is, in fact, the bottom line, because Stone Cold and Steve Austin said so. Oh, hell yeah. Pizza, pizza. Yeah, 22 years ago was 2000. Ridiculous. I know, right? What the hell was I even saying? Oh, just about, Triple H in charge of mid-card titles, being showcased like they should be. Here comes Walter Gunther with Ludwig Kaiser. Walter going to make sure he wins, even though he's going to lose, and then he's going to be pissed, and then he's going to have to defend the title against Nakamura. They're still promoting WWE Summerslam for some unknown reason. Well, of course, I get it's a SummerSlam NFT, but they should have been doing this the past few weeks, not the week after. Time and place, folks. Time and place. But, yeah, at the latest, the end of the year, on the road WrestleMania, and then from 39 to 40, that WrestleMania 40 with a full year creative in between for Triple H in charge. I mean, watch out. But in the meantime, here, bell rings, match underway. It should be a good match. These two know what the hell they're doing. But, yeah, Nakamura and Santa's little helper. As if Nakamura wins, it's a Intercontinental title shot at a later date. They'll, probably add it to Clash at the Castle, I'd have to think. But let's see what happens here in the meantime. Nakamura chant from the crowd. Now they're promoting Clash at the Castle as Cardiff Clash at the Castle, at least on the bottom ticker they are. Good luck getting tickets to that if you're here from the States. I can understand Labor Day weekend, but I mean, that thing for the most part is sold out. And your cheapest ticket's going to be a pretty penny. And that's for a nosebleed, the whole way up top in the last fucking row. So you're better off staying home for the most part, but I can understand too, it's the first UK pay-per-view for the WWE in a good 30 years since SummerSlam 92. So we're coming off SummerSlam, Clash of the Castle up next, and then on SmackDown, Nakamura, if he wins, he gets an Intercontinental title shot once again. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe to social media. Links in the description below. Nakamura making some noise in the corner. Come on. Here's a Kinshasa. Knee to the gut, actually. And there's a couple kicks. Talk about strong style. From the land of the rising sun. Knee to the neck. Cover one and a kick out. Right hand on the reversal. In the corner with some punches. Now Nakamura reverses. And boom. A running knee to the gut. And here comes back in the ring they go. There's another kick. Most part, Nakamura's been in full control, but there's a reversal. And they're going to take another break. Oh my God, are you kidding me? They're really spacing this out. I mean, I can understand it though. What? You had 3 things advertised, added in a backstage segment, basically a 10-minute opening video package. You still have Reigns in the main event dressing McIntyre. A Gauntlet match still up next. That honestly might be it. We'll see if they add anything else. I would think they'd have to add something else. We'll see. And then Rampage on TNT starts at 10, so we got 2 minutes from the time SmackDown ends at 58 to flip on over and see what they got in store for Rampage tonight. So when we return, it will continue on with Nakamura and Kaiser, and then go from there. I mean, I honestly thought Raw would have been a little bit better on Monday night. Same thing for SmackDown night. I mean, it's the Raw and SmackDowns after SummerSlam, just as they are after Mania. Like, setting the course for the next however long. They got a month to build towards Clash of the Castle. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, and we'll get back to the action momentarily.
Kids don't always take the best care of their school supplies. So save money shopping back to school on Amazon, will they? Food leader stuff. Donuts online for ideal milk foods are delicious. Unmade dips and twists and for $7.99 each. So, let's play word association game. Dips and twists, $7.99. 8-piece wings, $7.99. 3 topping pizzas, $7.99. The only place to get this deal, Domino's.
Alright, Nakamura trying to fight back. Nakamura, not necessarily talking some trash, but confrontation ringside with the Intercontinental Champion as Kaiser then hits a drop kick. Now they're going to fight ringside. Nakamura with a running knee on the ring apron. Finish, no, there's an uppercut, cover, 1, 2, kick out. Nakamura has Kaiser in a submission. And why isn't the ref counting? It's the same thing that happened in Liv's and Rousey's match. Should have counted 1, 2, 3, but not in the plans tonight. Here's the finish. Nakamura with a Kinshasa and a cover. 1, 2, 3. And Nakamura is getting an Intercontinental title shot against Walter Gunther at a later date. We'll see when they have that planned for. Probably Clash of the Castle, like I said. Now Walter's going to get into the ring as they show a few replays here. Good match. I didn't think it needed 2 commercial breaks by any means, but a good match. Alright, so now we got a face-to-face in the ring with these two. Nakamura touching the title. Come on. As Nakamura's music hits, he picks up the win. They're actually going to have that match next week on SmackDown. Alright. New vicious Viking Raiders. My ass, Michael Cole. Shut the fuck up. Now we get a match flow. The New Day, the Viking Raiders, War Machine. I mean, with Triple H in charge, they might actually win the tag titles again. I'd be fine with that, but I mean, I can understand, trying to hype them up. We got to use this word or that word to, say how dominant or fearful we should be of them. I mean, those Alright, we're gonna get an interview. Kofi Kingston backstage with an interview. Big E still on the shelf. We haven't done anything with the New Day since. That was February, March. It's August. Xavier Woods now, storyline-wise, injured. So Kofi's going to be by himself. Hopefully no Kofi Mania by any means again, but yeah. These Viking Raiders right now are reminding me of what they did with the Bludgeon Brothers like 4, 5, 6 years ago now. Yeah. I mean, they can carry those things as weapons all they want and, try to make sure they, strike fear in your eyes, but, just let them wrestle, it's really not doing a whole hell of a lot. New Day sucks. Now, next, Gauntlet match, they said was up next half hour ago. No, Summerslam controversy with Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey up next on SmackDown. So that'll be close to 9 o'clock. And then the Gauntlet match. Maybe another match and or segment in between. And then the main event with Reigns. Yeah, that sounds about right. And talking about the mid-card titles once again. Yeah. They had 2 triple threat matches and then the number 1 contender match afterwards. They basically had 3 U.S. title matches on Raw this past week. For an opportunity at the title, I should say, at least. And the 2 winners of the triple threat were, in fact, AJ Styles and Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa picked up the winner of the phenomenal one. We just saw Nakamura get an Intercontinental title shot. That'll be next week on SmackDown. So next week on WWE TV, we'll have a United States Championship match on Monday Night Raw and an Intercontinental Championship match on Friday Night SmackDown. So don't tell me they're not pushing the mid-card titles, because they sure as hell are. We'll get Lashley and Ciampa on Raw and Nakamura challenging Gunther on SmackDown. So we'll see what happens, of course, with those two. I mean, I would have to think if they want to pull the trigger on Trump as your U.S. champion right now, go right ahead. There's talk maybe Johnny Gargano is coming back. I'm not going to believe that until I see it happen. That's how I am. They could have Ciampa chase for a little bit, and then once he wins it, do something. The thing is, Miz is still by his side. I think Miz could potentially, screw him over. They feud. Lashley gets somebody else to challenge. But they could have Ciampa win, and then Miz turns on him, and then Miz is his first challenger. And Lashley goes on and does whatever. And then after he's done with the Miz, maybe Gargano comes back then. You got to play it out. You don't want to do everything all at once, because then long term, you screw yourself. Put yourself into a corner. It's day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Rome wasn't built in a day. Slow and steady wins the race. So, yeah, that's that. And then, as much as I would like Nakamura to win, I don't think he's going to. They say that's next week on SmackDown. I could see that ending in like a DQ of some sorts. They push it back, and they still have it at Clash of the Castle. It all depends on what they want to do with Walter. I don't know. That's all so fresh. I've had a few days to think about the U.S. title picture scene, because I talked about that a lot on Raw tonight, because, like I said, hell, they had 3 matches for that. Tonight, of course, that just ended, but yeah, I think Gunther is going to probably retain. Probably should put it back on Nakamura, though. We'll see what they do. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But now, as they continue to recap SummerSlam, about an hour into SmackDown, got an hour to go until Rampage, and then that'll do it for this evening. Yep, Reigns still the Universal Champion. Okay, Sami Zayn continuing to try to knock on Roman Reigns' door backstage. And the Usos once again answer. I was just about to text you. Yeah, I don't think so. Sammy's going to say, I thought you said Heyman wasn't here. Oh, they're going to have Sammy do Heyman's job for him. Because Heyman, when he's there, he's normally doing all this. They don't have to talk. They don't have to do anything. Heyman, storyline-wise, ain't there not, even though you know damn well he's backstage. They're asking Sammy now to do Heyman's job for him. So he's going to go to the production truck and make sure everything's right for Reigns' entrance later on tonight. So, yeah, just wait until that gets fucked up. Reigns is probably going to be coming out to some sort of Bollywood music of some sorts, I don't know. Yeah, Sammy's going to screw that up so bad. On purpose, of course, and it'll be hilarious. So, yeah, just wait for that. Less than an hour from now. Kayla Braxton in the ring, gonna interview Liv Morgan. And Liv's in a sling. Is Liv going to relinquish the title? And then are they going to have the Gauntlet match as a championship match? And then have Sasha come out and win the whole damn thing to make people happy? Wonder what Michael would have to say about that. Yeah, Liv's in a more of a robot arm than a sling. But she ain't moving that left arm. Not unless, of course, it's just a prop and she's going to rip it off and say, I'm fine. She's SmackDown Women's Champion here. Alright. Kayla Braxton going to turn heel and get in the ring. See what Liv Morgan has to say here. Liv is addressing the elephant in the room. Is she injured? Like, seriously? Like, she hurt? As the crowd is chanting, you tapped out, like she shouldn't have won anyway. She appreciates everyone calling her out on her shit and they bleep it. Title means everything to her. Liv survived Rousey, but look at her now. Here comes Sonya Deville. She's in the Gauntlet match. But remember, she's not an authority figure anymore either. This is sad to see. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Liv shouldn't be champion right now. Sonya's right. Sonya calling out Postman Pierce. Sonya's a good heel. She loves seeing Liv hurt. She's going to win the Gauntlet match and she's going to beat her for the title. So they're going to play this slow with Liv and her potential injury if she is hurt or not. Yeah, she's going to be champion from now until Clash of the Castle. But Sonya Deville, here comes Aaliyah, bell ring, so here come the introductions. We're finally getting the Gauntlet match right now up next that was supposed to take place up next about a half hour ago. But, yeah, alright. Sonya and Aaliyah are going to start it off. We'll see who comes out 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then, go from there. So, see how good this Gauntlet match is. Sonya's probably going to get eliminated first after trash talking like that, I bet. And then Aaliyah will get eliminated by whoever the third person is. This is going to depend on who's coming out, but 4 count for a rope break. Quick roll up, 1, kick out. Sonya with a layup on her shoulders. Off the ropes, clothesline misses. Nice big spine buster there by Sonya. 1, 2, kick out. Remember, Sonya Deville was part of Tough Enough back in 2015. Well, Leah seemed to be a hot commodity when they returned to the road last summer. But then after that, yeah, she's just been there. Really not doing a hell of a lot. Trying to use the 316, 317 gimmick to get her over. It, of course, didn't work as thought. Cover, 1, 2. Very loud Ronda Rousey chant from the crowd. Michael Cole actually acknowledges it. Normally they blur that and, you know, he wouldn't say shit about it. Okay, Sonya does win. She defeats Aaliyah. Alright. So Sonya might go the whole way to the end now. I thought after talking trash there, she'd be the first one eliminated. But yeah, she might go the distance and then lose right at the end. Maybe she loses right now. Raquel Gonzalez, Raquel Rodriguez coming out. Former NXT Women's Champion. And, you know, they could portray her as a dominant force. They really haven't up on the main roster, you know, just yet. Clothesline cover. But we'll see who wins this Gauntlet match. And then I'll let you know if Liv's going to win at Clash at the Castle. She might by, you know, DQ of some sort and still retain, but actually losing the title, yeah, we'll see. You know what, this started about 9 o'clock? They're most definitely going to have something after this before the main event, because Reigns will get 10, 15 minutes in the show, probably. Maybe even 20 if they're going to mess around and have Sami screw up the entrance and all that shit. Have a side-by-side camera of, you know, picture-in-picture what's going on backstage. Very loud Liv Morgan chant now. Yeah, maybe these fans want a Liv Morgan Ronda Rousey rematch. Maybe one of the 7. Leah's already been eliminated. Sonya and Raquel right now. The other 4 get attacked backstage and somebody replaces, or they make it 8. You know, like I said though, I could see Shotzi or Xia Li win, even though Shayna should win. Raquel's a question mark potentially. Cover 1, 2, 3, and Sonya's been eliminated. Yeah. Sonya's gone. You know, trash talk, you're getting eliminated. Here comes Shotzi. So they're going to take a break as Shotzi makes her entrance. And in the meantime, not going to get to see it because they're on a curse break. Gauntlet match going to continue. Raquel and Shotzi with Natalya, Xia, and Shayna still to enter. Winner to face as Ali and Sonya Deville have already been eliminated. Winner to face Liv Morgan at Clash of the Castle for the WWE SmackDown Women's title. As we see a WrestleMania 39 promo. WrestleMania goes Hollywood once again. First time in 18 years. Back to WrestleMania 21.
It's so fun to things coming together, force of nature, and she meant to be, you know?
That one actually, I believe, had on sale ticket dates, if I'm not mistaken. Let me rewind. Yeah, tickets available next Friday. It's on April Fool's and the day after next year. April 1st and 2nd. 2023. And the one match that we probably will get will be Roman Reigns and The Rock. Whether the titles are going to be on the line or not, we'll see. But like I've said, with Triple H in charge of creative, bearing any more change in the WWE from now until then, but then from 39 to 40 for WrestleMania, one full year in between with the booking, watch out for WrestleMania 40 with how good it potentially could be. There's Brad Pitt fighting a bunny on a train. We're back to live TV in the meantime. We'll get back to SmackDown here in a second. Commercial break. Gauntlet match. Why is John Hamm playing Santa Claus? 'Tis the FIFA World Cup this fall. Nobody's going to be watching fucking soccer in November. They're going to be watching real football, American football. Basketball season's starting up. Hockey season's starting up. Baseball would have just gone there. It's only in the fall because it's going to be winter time for where they are, so they're not playing in 150 degree heat every damn day. But still, nobody's going to be watching that. I don't think that's what pisses me off the most. Why the fuck is John Hamm acting as if he's Santa Claus? Like, you might as well have Michael Cole win the world title if that's going to happen. Jesus Christ. Hashtag Gauntlet match. SmackDown still trending number one worldwide as well. Raquel and Shotzi in this middle part of the Gauntlet match. Sonya and Aaliyah eliminated. Liv Morgan ringside. We still have Natalya, Zaya, and Shayna to enter. And winner to face Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's title at Clash of the Castle once again. 1, 2, 3, and Raquel Rodriguez with 2 straight wins. Okay, who's coming out now? Xia Li. A lot of former NXT women's talent in this match. Just went from Raquel defeating Shotzi. Now here comes Xia Li. You still have Shayna Baszler. Natalia's been in the company for quite a while. I mean, Aaliyah really didn't do shit in NXT, but Liv really didn't either, from what I can remember. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. It's been a while. Probably get another commercial break after this finish with Natalia coming out. Shayna will probably come out last. That's a quick roll up. Count it. That's 1, 2, 3. Good God. Pat with the telestrator earlier, they take it from him. Why isn't he bitching about how bad the officiating is? Raquel 1, 2, 3 defeating Xia Li. So Raquel Rodriguez with another pinfall. Why did she start this thing off? She could have defeated Aaliyah too. Sonya beat her. Well, they had Sonya come out and talk trash. But since then, Raquel, alright, here comes Natalya. Yeah. Raquel's probably going to win this. Raquel's probably going to win this now, I bet. I mean, that's 3 wins. I mean, maybe Shayna comes out and then picks up a cheap win with a quick roll-up or something stupid. I don't know. Natalya with a slap to the stomach. Another slap. That's a cover. Natalya telling Raquel, what are you going to do about it? Raquel fighting back. Raquel Rodriguez, nice vertical suplex. Here's a cover. Probably a 1, a 2, and a 3. No, kick it. Sharpshooter locked in for Natalya. Raquel gonna tap. Now we're going to get a rope break. Raquel with a nice big power slam. Cover 1, 2, 3. Natalya eliminated as Raquel Rodriguez continues to control her narrative on SmackDown. But here comes Shayna Baszler. And these two are your final competitors in this gauntlet match. The winner to face Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's title Clash of the Castle with Liv Morgan ringside right now. So they'll take another break for Shayna's entrance here, and then we'll get back to the action when we return. Raquel and Shayna, your final two competitors. Winner to face Liv Morgan. Shayna with a nice big knee to the face. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out. Now some rights and lefts. Shayna now with a headlock locked in. Raquel off the middle rope. Well, okay, that was a good sequence. Get her locked in with another submission. Catching her sort of as soon as I hit the mat. Yeah. They walk into the corner. Raquel gonna roll her back. That's the cover. 1, 2. Shayna now 1, 2, 3. Shayna Baszler with the win. Shayna Baszler wins the Gauntlet match and now gets a SmackDown Women's Championship opportunity against Liv Morgan. Shayna Baszler with the win. Good. All right. She should beat Liv. Then they have Ronda come out, and then they have Ronda challenge Shayna for the SmackDown Women's title all fall. Yeah. Good. Yeah, Shayna's going to beat Liv. Have Ronda come out in the UK after she wins, and then tease that match. Sammy knocking on the door again for the third time tonight. Sammy saying he got into a fight with one of the production guys. He said everything's good to go for Reigns' entrance tonight. Entrance music, the pyro, everything. So we'll see how bad he did, and how bad his entrance is going to be tonight. How much he fucked up, but yeah. Sammy's the honorary Oos. We the ones throw him up and acknowledge the bloodline. Yeah, where was Sammy at during SummerSlam was my big question. I even said it Saturday. I was surprised he didn't come out. Especially with it being a last man standing match. Like, yeah, it just didn't make any sense. So, we'll have something else here in between. The Gauntlet match that just ended. The main event with Reigns addressing McIntyre. I don't know what. We'll see. But that's your main event. We'll hear from the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. With McIntyre probably coming out. Might have a scuffle of some sorts. But I mean, SmackDown's been alright. So nothing's special by any means. Shayna Baszler just won the Gauntlet match though. So yeah, it'll be Shayna and Liv at Clash of the Castle, and we still got to hear from Reigns tonight. I mean, Nakamura won earlier. He gets Walter next week for the Intercontinental title. Okay. Pat brought out the telestrator, was using that, telling us about Baron Corbin's balls. It's been alright. And I get nothing's going to be perfect, but I just thought Raw and SmackDown this week, especially right after SummerSlam, would be a little bit better than what it was. But, oh well. Hopefully we get some good TV next week and in the weeks to come. And then we'll have Clash of the Castle. But just once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Also, be sure to keep an eye out for upcoming videos live right here on the YouTube channel as well. Whether that be a normal video, a live stream here, and or videos from pro wrestling events that I will in fact be attending. Just be sure to hit that red subscribe button, notification bell next to it as well, so you can stay up to date. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening tonight. Got about half hour or so left of SmackDown. Then I'll switch over to TNT, watch Rampage for an hour, call it a night, and go from there. So yeah, time's flying by.
There's a lot of love for the Pennsylvania line. And when you see how fun it is, you'll understand why. Hey, you switched to T-Mobile home internet yet? From your head. It's $50 a month with no price hikes. So, it's Ultimate T-Mobile wireless 5G network. So all you gotta do is plug in one cord. T-Mobile 5G Ultimate. Just $50 a month. No price hikes, no hidden fees. I did it. I switched to T-Mobile home internet. I am loving it. Don't sneak up on me like that. Why don't you tell me so early?
When I was 9, I broke my wrist in soccer. I spent almost 3 years in and out of orthopedics with the original hospital that treated me. I'm off into sports med at Kaiser, and they immediately knew what was done wrong, what should have been done, and how to help me. So this is normal. This is about where my heart been before I was treated by Kaiser, and now I've got to keep. I absolutely love Kaiser. They've helped me out tremendously.
Here come the Viking Raiders. Alright, so a co-main event match that I don't think anybody's really going to care about here. Viking Raiders should be in a good spot, though. Triple H in charge of the tag team division. Is this a tag team match or a one-on-one? And who's fighting? I mean, if you're a 5-year-old kid, you're probably going to have nightmares about them, you know? Like, they do look pretty scary. Oh, God. Who the fuck? Jim Mulkey and Tommy Gibson. Who are these fucking single-A baseball players for the local minor league team in South Carolina? Yeah, what are their names? Says Batman. Nobody cares what the names are, Margaret Cole, so don't even say them again. But yeah, this is a squash tag team match on SmackDown. Viking Raiders kind of pick up an easy win over two guys that are going to get a nice check here tonight. And speaking of South Carolina, we could be going to, a few different places around the state tonight with Live PD on Patrol Live. But I'll be watching that a little bit later on and see how stupid people are. But, yeah, this is like, what the hell? Not from up there. There's a big splash. We're going to get another tag and a cover. I don't know why the hell I'm even talking with this going on, but here we are. Jesus Christ. And then a double pin. 1, 2, 3. And now they're going to beat him up even more post-match. Actually, just going to throw him ringside. Shit. Alright. I think that's going to be it. And we'll get Reigns next. Somebody's running down to the ring as they zoom in on the Viking Raiders. There's the New Day. That's Kofi Kingston with a kendo stick. Alright. Kofi with a kendo stick just going to town on the Viking Raiders. He needs a tag team partner though. Like, they're not going to put him out to beat both of them. Very loud Kofi chant from the crowd. You're a dead man, says the Viking Raiders. As they fade to black and commercial break. So, yeah. Reigns coming up next. We'll hear from the big dog. As he'll address his next challenger, Drew McIntyre. They need to split the titles off of Reigns. They need to split the titles off of Reigns. I've been saying this since, hell, even before they even thought about the idea. They don't need to do or have an undisputed champion. You know, just, I mean, I get it. It's him. They're trying to get him over even more, but I think it's run course. They just need to either split the titles off of them or make a new one. Because they need a main champion on Raw. That's why they're also pushing the, mid-card titles, the U.S. Intercontinental title. I mean, hell, you might as well have both of those on Raw for God's sake. I mean, the tag team division, the women's division, I mean, they're getting by, but it seems like sometimes just by the skin of their ass. So, yeah, we'll see what they do at Clash of the Castle. If not even later in the year with Reigns as your Universal Champion. They need to split the titles off. They do. They're going to continue this now. We had a tag team match with the Viking Raiders. A squash match. They won. Kofi came up kendo stick, beat him up. And now we get a one-on-one match with one half of the Viking Raiders and Kofi Kingston. Just to buy some time. Come on now. What the hell? You could have just ended it with the attack. Viking Raiders are probably going to win this. Put Kofi in his place. Rightfully so. Make sure all three New Day members are on the shelf, injured, out of action. Kofi, a night too late, fighting as the Jacksonville Jaguars. Raiders defeated Duval last night in the Hall of Fame game, kicked off the NFL preseason. Cover one, kick out. The Vikings don't play till next week, however, just like all the other 30 teams of the 32 that haven't kicked off the preseason yet. They're still in training camp. As 1 month from Monday, the NFL season will officially begin. Hall of Fame game last night. Preseason week 1 begins next Thursday. College football starts in a few short weeks as well. Like I said earlier, time's just flying by. Kofi with the cover, 1-2, and a kick out. Eric of the Viking Raiders, the bald one, taking on Kofi Kingston in a one-on-one match here on SmackDown. Ivar's ringside. Eric's married to Sarah Logan from the Riot Squad. Cover 1-2, kick out. Why are we even having this match anyway? Like, they should have just ended it after the attack, after the tag team squash match. Like, I mean, at least they're giving them some time, because they have some time to buy, because that's what they're trying to do right now, buy some time for the main event. 20 minutes to go. Reigns will probably come out for about 10 minutes, maybe 15. And we'll probably get another commercial break or two on top of it. Ivar with a kendo stick. Kofi fighting back as they're ringside. But Eric going to get him back into the ring. War for War Machine. Quick roll up. 1, 2, 3. Good God. Kofi Kingston with the winner of the Viking Raiders. Jesus Christ. No. Just no. I'm not even going to say anything. I get it, but still, man, come on. So we go to commentary. We got breaking news. All right. Starting Monday night on Raw, we're going to start a tournament for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament begins on Monday Night Raw this Monday night. Okay, what women's tag teams do you have, is my question. Are Sasha and Naomi going to come back and just win them? And they're going to make it seem like, okay, nothing ever happened, like they weren't gone? Who knows? Who cares? In the meantime, here comes your big dog, your tribal chief, your head of the table. He's on God mode. We should all acknowledge him if you haven't done so already. We the ones, throw him up for the bloodline. Your undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, Austin Theory's daddy, Roman Reigns. And how did Sammy do with the entrance, with the graphics, all the music? No Heyman tonight. They're going to sell his injury with him going through the announce table. But Reigns, alongside the Usos, we'll hear from him next as he'll address Drew McIntyre. Defeating Brock Lesnar last Saturday at Summerslam, he's still your undisputed WWE Universal Champion. There's the pyro. So Sammy's doing a good job. He got it right. I figured they'd fuck it up. Make Reigns pissed off. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, as I've said time and time again, is this generation's Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, John Cena. Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. Maybe Andre. Yeah, we'll go back. Bruno, Andre, Hogan, Stone Cold, Rock, Cena. Wrapped up into one. That's what Roman Reigns is right now. And he was the last man standing at SummerSlam. We the ones, throw him up. He always gives the camera the look. And come the end of the month, yeah, he'll be the first since Hogan to be a main champion for 2 years running. And they add another title to it, too. Not just a single champion, not World Heavyweight Champion. Like, he's now the undisputed Universal Champion because he's also the Universal and WWE Champion. So, yeah, because remember 2 years ago at SummerSlam, and this would be about 2.5 years running now if he didn't pull out Mania 36 right as COVID hit. Because I feel that was when he was supposed to win the title to begin with. Took the summer off because of COVID concerns with his leukemia. You'll never see it coming for WWE SummerSlam after Bray defeated Strowman to win the title. Reigns came out, speared his ass. A week later, Payback. End of August 2020. Reigns won the Universal title. Hasn't lost it since. This past year, WrestleMania 38 became the undisputed Universal Champion as they merged the two titles together. As he defeated Lesnar. Then has been undisputed champion since. Defeated Lesnar again Saturday at SummerSlam. And he's still your undisputed Universal Champion. And will face Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle on September 3rd. So that's why Reigns is in the main event segment tonight on SmackDown. We'll hear from the big dog, Tribal Chief, who sits at the head of the table, who's on God mode, who we should all acknowledge. He's also Austin Theory's daddy. He's Roman Reigns, and he's your undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. So, we'll see what he has to say here. Drew's probably going to come out. I thought Sammy was going to mess up the entrance there. Of course, they gave him that job in the production truck to make sure everything was right. Surprisingly, it was. Like I said, I thought they'd screw it up to piss Reigns off, but obviously not. But yeah, we got 10, 15 minutes left here. About 10 minutes left to SmackDown. And then we'll switch it over to TNT for AEW Rampage for about an hour or so, and then talk some AEW then, as they have filmed Battle of Belts that'll air tomorrow night. Rampage is live tonight, by the way, as well. Battle of Belts tomorrow. And then we'll get in, the next couple weeks of pro wrestling before Clash of the Castle and All Out Labor Day weekend. But that's that. Get back from break here momentarily again and move on. Just once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to social media. Links in the description below.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you just want to block on for your personal run, now you're getting non-stop spam calls. It's here. You're at SmackDown.
Now we're getting a Walter promo, even though Nakamura already won earlier, and will challenge for the Intercontinental title next week. Okay. They're going to give Reigns less than 10 minutes. This is like a coming soon video package, is what this is, even though Walter's already your Intercontinental Champion. Why is this placed here? Other than, to promote next week. Alright. Meantime, Roman Reigns gotta make sure we acknowledge him. Be the ones, throw him up. That's a cool Reigns' 3D graphic. Yeah. He caught Lesnar's mic after he threw it at him last Saturday. That's right. Uso's going to hand him the mic, as Heyman would. Let's see what Reigns has to say. As he puts his hand out, give me the damn mic. Other than, of course, hashtag WWE Clash, he's going to say, South Carolina, acknowledge me. How could you not is right? We're the ones, throw them up. You know the deal. We defended them. We won. Who's next? Yeah, we brag about what we accomplish all the time. With a big smile. We wrecked everyone and left. We smashed them, stacked them, and pinned them. Number 1. We're going to talk about Brock Lesnar. I hate him too, says Reigns. But he respects them. They're friends, you know damn well they are. But he still hates them. He tried to kill the wise man, Lesnar did. Put him through the announce table. We don't have the special counsel tonight. Not sure when Heyman's going to be back. That's what happens at the end of the day. Yeah. He's going to send prayers to the wise man, Paul Heyman. But in the meantime, here comes Drew McIntyre. All right. About 4 minutes. Roman, our tribal queef. Oh my God. I mean, I guess if Jungle Boy can say pussy on Dynamite, McIntyre can say queef on SmackDown. McIntyre not waiting to clash at the castle. You want Drew McIntyre to tear apart the bloodline? Let me hear you scream. If it was Austin, yeah, give me hell yeah. McIntyre ripping his shirt off. Whoa. Karrion Kross. We're going to fall and pray to end SmackDown tonight. Kross is back in the WWE. There's Scarlett. His music is hit. Are we getting a triple threat at Clash of the Castle? Reigns doesn't know what to think. There's Karrion Kross out of nowhere beating the hell out of Drew McIntyre. And Karrion Kross is back in the WWE. And Kross sort of has the same jacket Edge was wearing. Wow. Kross is back. Karrion Kross is back in the WWE. Attacking Drew McIntyre. What, they gonna say Drew ain't ready to compete? They're gonna give us Kross and Reigns? Make it a triple threat maybe? Now Kross gonna stare down Roman Reigns? Okay. There's Scarlett. I wonder how all this came together. Other than, of course, with Triple H now in charge. Tick-tock for the bloodline. Wow. Karrion Kross is back. And they're going to make sure this gets done right this time up on the main roster for him. He ain't wearing no fucking mask or helmet or shoulder pads or... Triple H gonna make sure he was what he was in NXT as NXT champion, and Kross pointing to his wrist, to his watch, staring down Reigns, tick-tock. That does it for SmackDown as they fade to black. Okay, so we're gonna turn on TNT here. Rampage to begin in a few minutes. But, wow, I wasn't expecting that. It was a good end to SmackDown. Good show, good end. Good end of the week for WWE TV. Karrion Kross is back in the WWE. So thank you, Triple H, I should say, right off the bat. As we hit 2 hours here. for the stream. Another hour to go for Rampage. We'll see what happened for tomorrow night at Battle of the Belts, as that's been taped. We'll recap what happened, of course, on Dynamite, and what takes place on Rampage tonight, and what they have planned for next week. Like I said earlier, All Out shaping up right now as well, along with Clash of the Castle, potentially stellar shows. Karrion Kross is back in the WWE. That's the breaking news. SmackDown, it had its good points. Maybe a low point or two, no doubt about it. You start with Pat McAfee and the Telestrator. You get Nakamura winning to receive an Intercontinental title shot. Shayna Baszler wins the Gauntlet match. The women's tag team titles are going to be back in the fold. They're going to start the tournament on Raw Monday. And then it all ends. Hopefully I'm not missing anything, I don't believe so. Worthy enough. Drew came out at the end, as Reigns' last words tonight were, prayers for Paul Heyman after Lesnar put him through the announce table. And then, Drew saying, you want to see me attack Reigns right now, not wait to Clash of the Castle, let me hear everybody scream, and then cue Karrion Kross's music, Fall and Pray. Scarlett came out. This is Rampage, baby. It's Friday night, you know what that means. So AEW Rampage beginning on TNT, but then Kross came out of nowhere, attacked McIntyre. They could sell the injury. They probably won't. They'll make it a triple threat, if anything. Because Drew overseas for a title shot, making it a triple threat, that's how they could split the titles potentially. A 2 falls triple threat match. So we'll see what they do, but in the meantime, we've entered the 9th inning. Raw's in Cleveland Monday night. AEW's in Cleveland in a couple of weeks. There's a blonde bitch in Cleveland that hates this fucking song. As here comes the Wild Thing, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley, kicking off AEW Dynamite and Rampage this evening for Battle of the Belts tomorrow night. And Moxley going to defend against Jericho next week before All Out, with a return of CM Punk Intimate, with MJF also potentially returning soon. We'll see, but Rick Vaughn about ready to set him down 1, 2, 3. Regal on commentary, as we got JR, Jim Ross, Shivani, maybe Jericho or Taz, and then the Man in the Mask, of course, Excalibur. But Moxley a part of the Blackpool Combat Club. Moxley likes to fight. Is he fighting tonight? Does he have a match? I don't even know what the hell they had planned for. I watched Dynamite, but I can't remember what they had planned for Rampage tonight. We'll see how well Battle of the Belts is going to be tomorrow night, because they taped that already. We'll check out those. If you want to call them spoilers, all right, whatever. We'll check out that info. But yeah, we end SmackDown with Karrion Kross returning. They're going to portray it as, okay, he was never released. He was just taking a year off or so. Now he's back, but we're kicking off Rampage with Jon Moxley. Now video package. But remember, Kross was supposed to take a date with AEW back in the springtime, but said no, and then they got Big Cass. He wrestled, Kross just did last fucking weekend at Ric Flair's last match. He took some dates with or he was thinking about going back to Impact, I think, maybe. He wrestled for a few other promotions, I thought, in the meantime. Actually saw him back in June. Saw Scarlett twice as well since the start of the year. The Southern Psychopath. Mance Warner. Gonna challenge Jon Moxley tonight on Rampage. So we'll see how this match goes. He won the Bunkhouse Battle Royal on Sunday at Ric Flair's last match. Alright, so they're going to fight ringside to begin this thing. I have no clue in hell who this fucking dude is. So if anybody wants to fill me in, please, thank you. He seems pretty cool though, right off the bat. You know, character-wise. This is a non-title match. Moxley's going to win, I would think. Jericho might come out screw over, but remember, yeah, next week on Dynamite, it'll be Moxley and Jericho for the world title. Quake by the Lake up in the Twin Cities. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here on Rampage. We'll recap Dynamite in between a commercial break or two. We'll check out what happened earlier for Battle of the Belts tomorrow. I'm sure they'll preview next week, but the big news right now is Karrion Kross is back in the WWE. Karrion Kross is back in the WWE under Triple H's control of creative. I mean, he's on SmackDown right now, of course, and the show is Scarlett, but I mean, I would think, like I said, they're going to make that a triple threat now. Because they need to split the titles off Reigns to begin with. Maybe that's how they do it, like I said, with a 2-fall triple threat match. One fall for the one title, the other fall for the other title. Reigns wins the Universal, and then they have either Kross or Drew win the other. What a sight that would be to see if Kross would win the WWE title and be placed on Raw. Sort of the same jacket, like I said, you know, that Edge was wearing. Maybe, like I said, Edge could be a number one contender then right off the bat. Because I think he should be next in line for something once again with his return. But and that was the first, I just said that tonight, but I said that a few times last weekend for SummerSlam and Raw. But just trying to tie the pieces together here and, of course, see what the hell happens moving forward. But that's exciting. That's big. That was a big return. I don't really think anybody was expecting. I did see, you know, okay, little info about Kross potentially returning earlier today, but I didn't really think anything of it. Not at least this soon. You know, not tonight. Maybe, you know, in the couple coming weeks or by the end of the year. But tonight, like, that was quick. But yeah, Kross is back. And they're putting him in the main title scene right off the bat, and rightfully so. So that's big. That's big. That gives them another challenge or another contender. So we'll see what they do. But in the meantime, yeah, AEW Rampage here. Jon Moxley, Mance Warner, 101. As Rampage is in fact live tonight. Rampage been on the air for 51 weeks. Be 1 full year next Friday. I was actually there live to see the first ever Rampage under AEW. Be sure to check out those videos along with all the professional wrestling event videos from events that I've attended live in the color. Along with keep an eye out for upcoming ones. Just be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you for tuning in and listening. Audio only. AEW Rampage and WWE Friday Night SmackDown, now of course in the books, but AEW Rampage from now until 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Here live right here on YouTube, live watch all reactions. I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Karrion Luke 96. Like, follow, and subscribe. Links in the description. Be sure to share. Hashtag AEW Rampage. Thumbs up button. Chat questions and comments. Super chats, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always greatly appreciated. There they promote Moxley Jericho 2. Go back to the AEW, world title picture for the first, few months of the company into early 2020 before COVID hit. Yeah, they got Quake by the Lake next week for Dynamite from the Twin Cities in Minneapolis. And get Moxley and Jericho again for a world title. Coffin match next week as well with Darby and Brody King, that is. Not the late great exalted one, Mr. Brody Lee, but yeah, we'll see what else they, of course, promote here for. Because I think there's 3 title matches tomorrow. Of course, having already taken place, we'll check in there, see what happened, but then see what else they add for next week, and then, like I've said, go from there. So, they promoted a little bit ago, too, the new AEW Fight Forever video game that I guess is up officially for pre-order, if I'm not mistaken. So, meantime, Mox and Warner one-on-one. This Mance Warner, if he was Mace, he'd be part of Maximum Male Models. This dude's far from it. Yeah, DDT on the steel steps there. He'd fit in with the Briscoes. They're going to give us a split screen 90-second commercial break. So back to the action momentarily. But, yeah, just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. And be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Alright, back to it on Rampage. Yeah, Rampage, normally ain't live. I mean, maybe a few times a year. Normally they'll tape it after Dynamite gets over, starting around this time on a Wednesday night. Go for about an hour. Hour and a half, of course, since they're taping it, they got time to kill. And then, after the show gets over, normally on a Wednesday night, you go to a Dynamite Rampage tape, you can get out there by 11:30 at the latest. Moxley with a few chops. Moxley flipping him off, says, "Fuck you," gets kicked in the face. Kick out at 2. Somebody's busted open because the rest got some gloves on. So Moxley, is he bleeding already? There's an all-out promo. This Mance Warner is just, a different kind of cat. He's grabbing some steel chairs. This is like a regular match, right? Or is it no DQ? He doesn't care. Moxley with a punch, well, he might have just broke his hand. But then he goes ringside, of course. He's knocked out. Four count from the ref. Now he's really busted open. Into the front row they go. Back into the ring. Yeah, he's really cut open shit. Big clothesline into the corner. Moxley with a couple elbows. There's a knee. Kick out at 2.5. He's really bleeding shit. Moxley now just stomping him in. Nice pile driver. Moxley continuing to stomp him. Now a headlock. He's going to submit him probably. Is this going to be a one-off for this Mance Warner? Yeah. Moxley with the win. Makes him go to sleep. And Moxley picks up the win to kick off Rampage tonight. He'll defend his world title against Chris Jericho next week on Dynamite. We're getting Jericho coming out. Wow, dang. You make my heart sing. So there's the Moxley Jericho graphic. The Lionheart Chris Jericho, by the way, too. Step out or get stepped on. Alright, they're going to give us some recaps from Dynamite. Ricky Starks, the former FTW champion. A week and a half ago, he was, well, now he's getting recruited by QT Marshall. But, yeah. Former FTW champion Ricky Starks. They really didn't do anything with him, or haven't done shit with that title in 2 years anyway. Hook's the new champion. There's Aaron Solo. Bailey just returned, but they're not together anymore, so he can go hug somebody else. Anyways, after he lost the title, he defeated Danhausen and then lost to Hook. Hobbs turned on Starks, so Team Taz is no more. And yeah, Starks telling QT Marshall and the Factory kiss his ass, and who the hell's that pimp? And is that Anthony Ogogo finally back in the fold? Jesus Christ. Where the hell's he been? He wasn't anything special anyway last year. But anyways, yeah. Starks is off on his own now. Seems to be doing perfectly fine. He's okay. They could build around him among a few others. Jungle Boy has been cutting some damn good promos lately. Daniel Garcia is another one. There's a lot of young talent right now in AEW that moving forward, because and always going to be who founded the company, so we'll see what they do. But talk about what happened on Dynamite. We kicked off the show with a singles match between Jay Lethal and Orange Cassidy, and Lethal picked up the win. After that, we had Cole and Red Dragon, the Undisputed Elite, Too Sweet, turn on the Young Bucks before Hangman Adam Page came out. So, because they're introducing the new Trios titles, they'll have a tournament for that. I would think at All Out, your finals of that Trios tournament is going to be the Elite, Hangman, and the Bucks. Omega's still injured, but they get him back in the fold. So he was kicked out, but he's back against the Undisputed Elite. And then, may the best team win. Also on Dynamite, a tag team match in the women's division, as Jamie Hayter's been in the company now for about a year, hasn't done jack shit, alongside Britt Baker. Britt lost her title back in March to Thunder Rosa. They haven't done shit with her as women's champion since either. But it was Thunder and Tony Storm, Thunderstorm, against Baker and Hayter before the heels of Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter picked up the win. Hobbs was in a squash match. We saw Dynamite's been pretty good the past couple weeks. It has. We'll see how good it is this upcoming week. You had a Darby Allin promo, as we'll have a coffin match next week on Dynamite as well. Matt Hardy and Christian, with Cage picking up the win. As long as Christian puts over Jungle Boy, that's been a year story right there. They'll be all right. The dumpster match happened. Like I said at the start, the Gun Club, the Ass Boys, are now retired, just like Vince McMahon. And then in the main event, we had Jericho defeat Wheeler Yuta. Now, if Wheeler would have won, he'd be facing Moxley next week, but that's not going to sell. Jericho going to challenge Mox for the world title again next week. So, next on Rampage, we're back to it. Koneshka Takeshita going to be in action against Dolph Ziggler's younger brother and Ryan Nemeth. And yeah, that's right. Takeshita gonna challenge Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli, tomorrow night at Battle of Belts for the ROH, the Ring of Honor World title. Yeah, that's right. So let's check in to see what happened at Battle of the Belts earlier. And I'll give you the finish to that. Unless you, of course, want to wait to watch. But continue to promote where they're going to be at the next, couple of weeks and months. But But here are your Battle of the Belts results. Wardlow defeating Jay Lethal for the AEW TNT title. Sanjay Dutt's been doing some damn good work recently. I guess him, along with Satnam Singh and Lethal, ganged up on Wardlow after the match. And then I guess somebody almost got powerbombed, but Satnam chokeslammed Wardlow through a table, so Satnam Singh going to be next time for the TNT title. Good God. The AEW Women's World title, Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter. Tony and Britt interfered a few times. Thunder Rosa retained her title, though, with a roll-up. And then talk about Takeshita for the ROH World title tomorrow night against Claudio. Match stole the show. Probably going to be the main event, hopefully. Two performers brought the best out of each other. The champion showed his insane strength, while the challenger made repeated but unsuccessful attempts to put him down. And Cesaro, Claudio, Castagnoli, as they show the graphic for Battle of Belts tomorrow night, having already been pre-taped. Claudio won the match with the power bomb, so Claudio is still your Ring of Honor champion. Mojo is still your Ring of Honor TV champion, by the way. But Takeshita picks up the win on Rampage. And now we'll get another recap from Dynamite this past week. Orange Cassidy with best friends backstage. Danhausen making a special appearance as the doctor backstage, checking in on Orange Cassidy. That's good. Maybe we're best as a trio. Maybe the best friends are going to be in the trios tournament. All right. And then Danhausen puts his hand in, too. Danhausen. Dr. Danhausen. Oh, my God. Dr. Danhausen. Danhausen literally was wearing an AEW polo, had a mask on, and was about ready to give Orange Cassidy a shot because he was, saying his knee was hurting him after the match. But the best friends are going to be in the trios tournament, it looks like. Because they're saying they're not even top 5 in singles or top 5 in the tag team division, so they're going to be in the trios. Here comes Madison Rayne, who was recently signed. She's going to be a backstage producer, but she's also wrestling tonight on Rampage as well. So that'll give the women's division a boost for sure. Yeah, she's been around the block a time or two. And she's going to face Layla Gray, so Maddie Rayne will pick up the win. But, yeah, Dr. Danhausen, good God. Dr. Danhausen. Oh, my. That's good. That's good shit right there. Oh, my. I can't get over that. That's good. That was funny. But yeah, so Madison Rayne in action here. As they continue to promote where they're going to be. See how the singles match goes. Got All Out, and then Grand Slam, along with the anniversary show. So, we got a big Dynamite TV special next week. Got All Out in a couple weeks. Labor Day weekend. You got Grand Slam a few weeks later, and the anniversary show going to be up in, well, actually, it might be in DC. But if they want to wait a week, it might be up in Great White North in Canada. Because they have everything booked from now until like October 12th, I think it is, where they're going to be. They're in Michigan tonight, be in Minneapolis. They're just in Columbus on Wednesday for Dynamite. They only got Dynamite. They didn't get a Rampage today because Rampage is live tonight. They got a Battle of the Belts tomorrow. Just went over those results. You have Columbus, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and then Minneapolis, West Virginia, back in Ohio, and then Chicago for All Out weekend. After that, in New York for a few weeks, Philly, DC, and then Toronto. Yeah, that's where they'll be at in the next 2 months or so. Still to come though tonight on Rampage, Madison Rain in action right now. We'll have the AEW World Tag Team Champions in action. So we'll see how that goes. That looks to be the main event. We're at 10:30 right now already. This past half hour has absolutely flown by compared to the first 2 hours of SmackDown. Because how that ended, I mean, man, what a finish of SmackDown tonight. Like I said, Karrion Kross back in the WWE. Oh shit, she hurt her knee. She just landed on her knee real awkwardly, real bad. They'll take a split screen commercial in the meantime. As, what's his name? Yeah, Stokely Hathaway. Can't even remember what his name was in NXT now. He was causing a distraction, and then, I mean, Madison Rain here is still going to pick up the win, but she landed awkwardly on her right knee. Off the ring apron, it looked like. Yeah. Some slaps and punches as they fight ringside. So as we get back to the action, actually no, they take us from a split screen to a full screen commercial now. Come on.
Don't worry about Mr.
this commercial break continues. The best part about Rampage night so far has been Dr. Danhausen. That's not saying much by any means, but this being, what, the second or third match? Third match? Yeah. I mean, the Moxley opening match was good. The Takeshita and then now this women's match. Yeah, that backstage segment with Danhausen has been the best part of the show this far. Still got a tag team match to come, but they'll promote Battle of the Belts tomorrow. It's already in the books. Dynamite next week. You know, I mean, yeah, these folks for Rampage night, honestly, I don't think, unless Battle of the Belts turns out to be something good tomorrow, like actually watching it, I mean, I don't necessarily think they're getting a good show. Dynamite's been good the past 2 weeks, though. Probably be good next week, too. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see here. I mean, just, I get, like, once again, not everything's going to be, you know, great, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. What can you do? You know? I think the air's been popped a little bit. Oh, that tag team match is a street fight. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, Swerve and Our Glory, Keith Lee and Isaiah Swerve Scott with Tony Nese and whoever the hell Josh Woods is. Of course, Mark Sterling ringside. 1, 2, 3 there. Madison Rayne picks up the win. And she's 1-0 now in AEW. She's also going to be working backstage as a producer, helping out the women's division. Somebody coming out? The TBS Women's Champion and Jade Cargill. You know what, bitch? Jade saying, I'm that bitch and she should have handled it on her own. This is her show. Well, Rampage on TNT, not TBS. You're the TBS Women's Champion. She's big on Cherry, what she said. She's got an open challenge on Dynamite next week. It's going to be Madison Rayne. Show up and show out. This crowd's dead. This crowd does not care one bit. While you're at it, take a couple days off. Who's this from behind? Kiera Hogan with some blue hair. Madison Rayne fighting out of it though. And nice crossroads. And it looks like it'll be Madison Rayne challenging Jade Cargill next week on Dynamite for the TBS Women's title. It's my show now. TikTok, she says. Madison Rayne tells Jade Cargill, TikTok. Karrion Kross back in the WWE, by the way, too. Yeah, that's good. God damn. Now the Lucha Brothers. Time to put up or shut up. Oh, yeah, Lucha Brothers. Ray and Penta against Andrade and Roosh, who, what was that, Double or Nothing debuted? Maybe even before that. You want the match, you got it. They're going to have that next week. Zero miedo. Commercial break. All right. So, main event coming up. We'll have a street fight in the tag team division with the tag team champions. And Mark Sterling's team. We'll see what they promote for Battle of the Belts tomorrow, even though, of course, that's in the books. It's pre-taped before Rampage tonight, as Rampage is, in fact, live. Went over, said those results earlier. If you don't want to know, well, I'd say, one, either turn it off right now because I'm going to say them again, or don't go back and listen to it. But if you do want me to, of course, tell you who won again, 3 title matches tomorrow, hit the thumbs up button. But we'll see what they announce for, of course, Dynamite next week, or add on to it, as there's already been a few things announced. But good night for pro wrestling here on a Friday night. SmackDown's pretty good. I'd say Raw and SmackDown are both about the same this week. I mean, the big thing for the week, though, was no doubt about it, Karrion Kross returning. That was big. That's big for Triple H. And they're going to make sure, like I said earlier, it's done right this time. Vince, he's not dead yet, but, he's probably already rolling over in his gravy dug. Rolling over on his couch, for that matter. Probably just, I keep seeing that one meme. He's sitting in the rocking chair on ECW. And, just has that look on his face. Just, what the fuck? Can't believe this is what's going on right now. I bet you that's floating out there, that Karrion Kross has returned now. Seeing Triple H doing this, doing that. Well, he's not charged anymore. Can't do anything about it. Even though, like I've said, I still think he's going to have some say. It doesn't look like that's the case. But advice, that's a text or a phone call away. So, no, I thought, SmackDown was probably as good as Raw was. Probably all the same. Karrion Kross is back there. That's the big news. Rampage been okay, nothing special. Dr. Danhausen. That's an exclusive figure. As is the 2-pack with him and Hook as Hookhausen. Dr. Danhausen. And then, hell, if him and Hook were still together as a tag team, as Dr. Hookhausen, they could be a rock band. They'd be on the cover of the fucking Rolling Stone magazine. Here's your Battle of the Belts commercial for tomorrow. 3 matches were, in fact, Wardlow and Jay Lethal. Wardlow still your TNT champion. Thunder Rosa retained her AEW Women's World title as well. And then Claudio defeated Takeshita to retain his Ring of Honor World Championship as well. But in the meantime, it's time for the main event. And it'll be Swerve in Our Glory, Keith Lee and Isaiah Swerve Scott, along with Nice and Woods, Mark Sterling as your hype man. No more neck brace, but they tell him to shut up. Wonder what Keith Lee's thinking right now. Kross is back in WWE. Because Keith Lee was a big Triple H guy too, for this most recent NXT run. Who else could he bring back that's not under contract with anybody? Because there was a bunch that, of course, went to AEW. But star power-wise, who else other than Kross is unsigned that could return? It's time for the main event. Battle of the Belts 3 tomorrow. Battle of the Belts 4 will be in October. And they had one, back in January. Had one in between then and now. Tomorrow's the third one. The other one was Easter weekend. Yeah, I didn't watch that one because I was at a live event that night. I was at a house show. Yeah, that's right. Okay, those are 3 matches for Battle of Bells, whatever those. Next week, Brody King, Darby Allin, and Coffin match. The Lucha Brothers, along with Andrade El Idolo and Roosh, in a Tornado Tag Team match. Jade Cargill and Madison Rayne for TBS Women's Championship as well. It should be the women's match. And then Moxley and Jericho for the world title. Those are your 4 matches for next week on Dynamite. 3 matches tomorrow, Battle of the Belts. TNT title, Wardlow and Lethal. Wardlow, your winner. Next week, or this is up next, sorry, on Rampage. Yeah, World Tag Team Champion match. Street Fight. Friday Night Street Fight. Live on Rampage. So here's your entrance with Justin Roberts as your ring announcer. But yeah, those are your 4 matches for Dynamite, like I said. The Coffin match, the TBS Women's title match, the Tornado Tag, and the World title match. Tomorrow, your 3 for Battle of the Belts, like I said, the TNT title, the other women's title match, and the Ring of Honor World title match with Wardlow, Thunder Rosa, and Claudio, your winners. So, I was going to say something else. Shit. Maybe not. It must have been a lie. I forgot. Well, I was just saying, who else, that's not signing where it could return. That's what's coming up on AEW. Oh, for Battle of the Belts, that's right. Yeah, the first one was back in January during the final NFL regular season weekend. And then the second one was Easter weekend. The third one's tomorrow. The fourth one will be the anniversary weekend in DC, early October. TV anniversary, because AEW started January 1 of 19. A few pay-per-views, though, earlier in the year, and then the TV deal started in October. And I was at the 4th ever AEW show for Dynamite that October. I was only at one AEW show before COVID. Been to a few more since, but sure to go check out those videos. Keep an eye out for upcoming videos, like I've said. But there, in the meantime, here we go. A street fight main event on Rampage with the tag team champions and Mark Sterling and his posse. We got 12 minutes. This is live. This ain't pre-taped. Battle of Bells tomorrow night. Having already been, yes, but here we go. So, bell rings, match underway. I mean, I would have to think these tag team champions are going to win it. It's not a tag team title match, I don't think. It's just a street fight. Or maybe it is a tag team title match, street fight. We'll see at the other night. Sterling almost got driven into the barricade. Josh Woods. Why does that name sound familiar? I have no idea who the hell he is. Why does that name sound familiar? He stares down Keith Lee. Keith Lee slaps him to hell. Swerve and Tony Nese. What is this match on NXT from 2018? So what? We'll probably get 5 Battle of the Belt specials a year. Because I'll probably have another one in December. Is that sand? Tony Nese saw his protein powder. Literally just threw that in Keith Lee's face. Now he's throwing it in his own face. And then Swerve just kicks it. I'd be pissed if I'd be front row right now. You know, you're getting sandbagged with protein powder. Not shaken. Like just fresh out of the tub. There's a toolbox. Swerve has a toolbox. Literally throws that as Nese moves out of the way, and then a hammer and a wrench come out. Yeah, whose house now, says Josh Woods. We'll get a split screen commercial here in a second. There's Keith Lee with some water from a fan to wipe all the protein powder out of his face. And then Nese with the top of the toolbox. Keith Lee just down and out. And you know the winners, Tony Schiavone? They are Wardlow, Thunder Rosa, and Claudio Casanova. Jesus Christ, Josh Woods right into the steel steps to Isaiah Swerve's God. This Friday night street fight continues in a split screen commercial, picture in picture. What does it say? Get back to the action momentarily. We'll see the finish, and we'll call it a night.
This is the best thing you've ever done. Juice. Come on. I said what I said. I got the book next. Could be a cool guy.
Creator, he, she, they, whatever else you be.
Yeah. I'm so jealous.
Ladies call me Karen back for a reason.
What about you?
What boyfriend?
What was it? Team.
Alexis reservation. Streaming, looking out for.
Where did you get the Maybe because it's a fusion of healthy vitamins and delicious fruit flavors? Fusion? Like a it's probably the healthy delicious thing.
They got 2 tables set up now ringside in front of the entrance ramp. Got 5 minutes left to Rampage. A tag team street fight in the main event. Nice and Woods with Swerve up in a powerbomb. Gonna powerbomb through the 2 tables. No. Keith Lee's gonna pick them all up. Yeah, here we go. Keith Lee standing there. Suplex one of them. Josh Woods into the table. Swerve with a nice big boot. Woods sent ringside. There's a quick, nope. I was gonna say quick roll up, but reversal. There's a kick and then a break up. Keith Lee with a nice big shoulder tackle, clothesline as well. Keith Lee gonna pick up Tony Nese, throw him across the ring into Josh Woods. Remember, there's 2 tables set up side by side, not stacked, side by side on the floor, right in front of the entrance ramp. So somebody's gonna go through that for the finish, I would have to think. Keith Lee. I could say a few things for that. Sterling with a steel chair though. Sterling gonna go through the table. Sterling, well, just got the chair taken from him. I'm sorry, says Mark Sterling. You fucked up, champ. And then Nice with a drop kick. There's Woods with a big boot. There's a garbage can propped up into the turnbuckles in the corner too, by the way. And then Keith Lee with a DD, or Keith Lee just got DDT'd on the steel chair, and then Swerve with a splash on top of everybody in the ring. Remember, those tables are still set up. They didn't set them up for nothing. They got a couple minutes. Now Sterling's going to set up another table. They're going to stay with it for as long as it takes. We might go past 11. I would think they'd hurry up and go home here for the finish. They're going to set up a table now in the ring. As Hazmat Suit Bryce Rumsberg, your official referee, moves out of the way. Need an action figure of him as the official in the barbed wire death match as well, in a hazmat suit. Swerve with a Who's House chant, but then Sterling from behind the street fight. Remember, the hell is that, a wrench? Yeah, Sterling with a wrench to the back of the head of Swerve. Here comes Josh Woods. Gonna lay him on the table in the ring, with then Keith Lee up on his feet ringside. Keith Lee gonna drag Josh Woods out. Tony Nese misses. Keith Lee with a nice big headbutt. Sterling now going to take off his jacket. Mark Sterling's going to go up top. Mark fucking Sterling. Smart Mark is going to go up top and going to splash Swerve through the table. No, Swerve jumps off the table, and then Keith Lee's standing there, and Keith Lee's going to throw him off the top rope through the table in the middle of the ring. Next week, he'll be in a back brace rather than a neck brace. But now Josh Wood's going to suplex Keith Lee off the ring apron through the two tables they have set up ringside. You go through that table ringside on the floor, concrete underneath those mats. Josh Woods trying to suplex Keith Lee off the ring apron here. Now, here comes Tony Nese. Tony Nese's going to big boot. Or Keith Lee's going to move out of the way. No, he got super kicked, and then Keith Lee. Jesus Christ. Keith Lee got super kicked by Nese. They both go down and out through the table ringside. Holy shit, holy shit's right. Good finishes both SmackDown Rampage tonight. Tony Nese looking for a steel chair, grabs a couple. Josh Woods looks dead. Keith Lee moving a little bit, but they're sticking with it here. Got a couple steel chairs, a garbage can lid. That had to hurt. Super kick into a suplex with two guys that are a good 250, 300 plus. Through the table on the floor. Now back into the ring. Your finish is going to be with Nese and Swerve in the ring here. Yeah, you set up the steel chairs, you get thrown through them. Here comes Swerve. Off the top rope as he just flipped Nese into the steel chairs. And then there's a big stomp. And here's your cover. Here's your pin and finish. 1, 2, 3, and Swerve in your glory. Isaiah Swerve Scott and Keith Lee pick up the win in the main event here tonight on Rampage in a street fight. And that'll do it for AEW Rampage tonight. They got Battle of the Belts tomorrow. Wardlow and Jay Lethal for the TNT title. Wardlow, your winner. Thunder Rosa defeated Jamie Hayter to retain her AEW Women's Championship as well. And then Claudio Castagnolo Cesaro defended and defeated Takeshita to retain his Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship as well. Saw Dr. Danhausen earlier. Big news of the night, though. Karrion Kross is back in the WWE. And come WWE Clash at the Castle, rather than Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns, with McIntyre challenging Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship, we could see a triple threat now. We could also see a singles match with just Reigns and Cross if they're going to write Drew off, but they're going to overseas in the UK. Drew's going to be on that show. I would have to think it's going to be a triple threat now. Like I said, about an hour or so ago now after Cross returned. So good to see Cross back in the WWE. We'll see how much, better it's going to get with Triple H now in charge. But that does it following SummerSlam with Raw and SmackDown now this week. They got Clash of the Castle, September 3rd. AEW in the meantime. Of course, following 2 good weeks of Dynamite, Rampage tonight. Got Battle of the Belts tomorrow. Good Dynamite next week. On paper, hopefully it'll, be as good, if not better, in the past 2 weeks as well. Along with All Out coming out. Also Labor Day weekend, the day after Clash of the Castle. Clash of the Castle September 3rd, All Out September 4th. And I'll have live watch-along reactions live on YouTube of both of those shows, along with, hopefully you'll keep an eye out for upcoming videos live right here on the YouTube channel as well. Once again, whether that be a regular video, a live stream, or videos from events I will in fact be attending, just be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. red subscribe button, notification bell. Like, follow, subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. This easiest way to stay up to date is, in fact, on social media. So once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. In the comments below what you thought of SummerSlam from last weekend, along with Raw and SmackDown and AEW Dynamite and Rampage this week in the comments below. But yeah, just once more, thanks for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Quinn Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. And as I said last weekend and on Monday night for Raw, I'll say the same tonight as well. I'll see you when I see you. As football season's right around the corner here. Of course, I have a lot of live watch-along reactions. Then every weekend until football season's over with, along with continuing on with pro wrestling here. But yeah, just be sure to subscribe. So, like I said, I'll see everybody when I see you. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below.